Hey guys, and welcome to another video, and welcome to episode 6 now of my Sauber F1 2017 career mode. And today guys, it is Monaco. Yes, it's finally here. For this race I decided to increase the difficulty to 90. It should be a challenge. We're finally up to our F1 2016 difficulty. It's only been 6 races now. And we're already...
I've got something you'll be interested in. Those performance upgrades we discussed after the last race. They're on the car and the data looks promising. Take a look at the details.
Yeah, we're already getting used to this game. There was Chris there who came up to us and told us about the upgrades on the car. We have some new upgrades, which is great. It's a chassis update. We decided to keep with the old gearbox. It doesn't seem to have any problems for now. Let's go to practice now.
Welcome to Monaco for this weekend's Formula One Grand Prix. It's a race that is truly steeped in history, but before the drivers turn their attention to winning, they first need to get through today's tricky practice session. Lowe's hairpin is the slowest corner of any track on the Formula One calendar. It's taken at just 48 kilometers an hour, but provides a stunning view on the first lap as the entire grid bunches up and tiptoes through the corner, hoping not to leave any carbon fiber parts behind.
This is such a tight bend that a special steering rack is used just to get around this very corner, as the cars would not normally be able to make the turn. There is the possibility of overtaking through Lowe's, but more often than not, you'll end up damaging your car.
So we started practice off with the track climatization. We got full purple in that one, as we do in the other ones. Seemed pretty easy as well. So then I went into my engine and changed, because I tried to make the tire wear test, and my car is actually non-power. And as you can see there, the turbocharger is actually it's actually red and could have failed on us, and that meant that we had no power at all. So we made FP1 just literally waiting for the parts, and we skipped it off. But then in FP2 we continued with our tests. The first run went, average for the fuel test. I think that's the fuel test. Yes, but then, as you saw there, we did the tire wear test, and as you can see, guys, it started raining, and everything was getting purple. Everything was being good. But yeah, then it was rain and it stopped, and now we are on the super softs. The engine was feeling well, and in the stripes test now we got full purple as well, so everything was looking great. And the car wasn't feeling too bad. Qualifying session the qualifying test didn't go too well at first, so then I decided to change my engine, because even though the engine was not too worn out, it was still making me pretty slow. And to be honest, I went for a full downforce setup, so that held me back pretty well. But these fresh new engine parts should definitely get the work done. So we made a nurse session waiting for the parts to be replaced, so we had to skip FP2 as well. But then at the end of FP2, you can see we went green there, and I think that was it. And we ended the session in P19 on ultra soft tires. Everything seemed, not too bad. We're not the best in Monaco, because I'm not a risk taker. I don't like to take risks. In the resource points, we now have over 1,000, so we can make an upgrade. And as always, Emma telling us our goals for the qualifying session. As you know, guys, we have enough resource points now to upgrade the car, and I decided to go with a powertrain one because, you know, straight line tracks are coming up. Azerbaijan, it will be ready for Azerbaijan, so that's another good thing about it. And as you can see, McLaren, they actually made an upgrade, and let's go to qualifying now.
We're here in magical Monaco for this afternoon's qualifying session, which will be getting underway shortly.
So I don't know what the hell happened there, guys. The commentary just did not work, it seemed, and I was just staring at Lewis Hamilton talking to his engineers. Anyway, our first qualifying run, you know, didn't go too bad. Kept improving and improving every single lap, and as we continue now, I think we're gonna make our last lap
There's
now.
only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
And yeah, we're in our garage now. We are in P10, so it was that good. Our lap was that good. We have some fresh engine. But as you guys know, everyone makes their session after we retire, and we went all the way down to P17. Not too bad, seeing as our car is extremely understeery. At least we are in front of the bottom teams, in front of our teammates and the 2 McLarens, so that's a positive, I guess. Resource points, obviously we only have a few. We just made a new upgrade and we have already won our rivalry, so I don't know what the team are waiting for. As you can see all the way in the purple, don't know what the team are waiting for to give me that that first driver contract and replace Pascal Verlaine, who's not been doing as good as me. So I think P17 was the best of the season, the best qualifying season. So everything's looking pretty good. We just checked on the tires and the gearbox. The gearbox didn't look too bad. We had some issues in qualifying, but everything looked good.
And as the drivers start thinking about getting a good start and how on earth to get through Saint-Devote in one piece, I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, if we might be seeing a safety car or two today.
Well, you wouldn't exactly bet against it, would you? Statistically, it is pretty common, of course. About 80% of all Monaco Grand Prix will have at least one safety car. And that's despite the incredible work of the marshals around here, who you'll often see lifting cars out of the way just under the yellow flag conditions. The teams will always plan for the worst case scenario though, and they'll be making sure various caution periods are built into their strategy models for the race.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Felipe Massa alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Stroll, Verstappen, Nico Hülkenberg, and Bottas, Vettel, Raikkonen, Magnussen, and a Sauber, Van Dorn, Alonso, Daniel Ricciardo, and Kvyat, Verlaine, Palmer, Sergio Perez, and Roman Grosjean. Ocon and Carlos Sainz starts from the back of the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
So as you saw there, guys, we were actually promoted to P10. Incredible. I think half the grid had penalties, so as we now get underway for the race, pretty average start. We actually have a better start than Raikkonen, who's in front of us. As we now pass 2 people, we're up to P8. No, we're not. That's Magnussen in front of us as we go into this next turn. I'm sorry, I'm not good with corner names, guys. But the Ferrari's all over us. I think we're just too slow, but now we dive it down the inside of Magnussen. We're trying to get the move done. Can this be a race which we can get points? That would be incredible. As we no, that was a bit silly from me to try and dive it down the inside. Probably damaged his wing there. But Raikkonen, he's really not happy with us. He's trying to pass us coming into the tunnel section. But yeah, I think fortunately I damaged Grosjean's front wing. He's still going pretty quick, so I don't think we actually did. But yeah, we're currently in P9. Can this be a race where we get points? That would be incredible. We saw in real life Pascal Wehrlein getting points, and yes, we're Magnussen. Sorry about this, guys. Magnussen does win pits, and he gets his front wing changed. It's getting to lap 5 now. This is the only action we've ever have. We just fending it off. Raikkonen. Lap 8 now. We're actually in P1. Can you believe this, guys? Everyone has made their stop. We're actually going in really late, and a Sauber is in P1. This is history, I think. P1 in Sauber. Well, it's not gonna last very long because everyone's gonna make their. Actually, I'm gonna make my pit stop, and I'm gonna lose a heap of positions. I decided to keep going for now. My tires were feeling pretty good. I don't know why my brakes are always overheating in the races. So yeah, Hamilton is behind us now, and as we exit the pits now, we're down to P14. As you can see that there, guys, actually lost the footage from the pit stop, so I apologize. But yeah, at least I recorded the exit, which we lost 13 positions really, because we entered when we were in first. We're hunting now. This is Perez in front of us. A train is in front of us. A couple of guys in front of us, but we're in cold tires and we are not going to catch them. And this is Van Dorn. What is he doing? He broke a bit of our front wing. What is Van Dorn doing? He locks up, goes straight in our pad. He is a lap car, and fortunately, luckily, we don't get any damage. But he is still behind us. He's still trying to attack us. This is not good if you want to catch the front runners. Well, who are in front of us really, because we're not gonna catch the front runners. But yeah, skipping now to lap 17. We are still in P14, and look at the gearing. I'm revving out in third gear, now fourth. I thought I got changed in, as you guys know, I use automatic gearing, but I thought it changed to manual. But who knew I had problems with the gearbox? So not only did we get lost so many positions in the pit stop, we are actually now have problems with the gearbox. Actually, as you can saw there, our gearbox wasn't looking too bad, just over 60% I think. And we're losing fuel left, right and center. Just a few laps to go here. I didn't know what to do. As you can see, I asked my engineer about the car. He just wasn't even helpful. He just told me about tires and front wing, which I really did not need to know about. And science was all over the back of me. So I was like, should I just risk it and come in? I was gonna lose some positions obviously, but at least on the Ultrasoft maybe they will fix it. And I saw also more videos on YouTube of people pitting and fixing it, and maybe that will work. Yellow flags now. What has happened here? And Sainz is not behind us anymore. Maybe he has crashed. I check the replay now. He is obviously a bit angry that we were blocking him. But look at this. He makes a horrible mistake. I don't know what the hell he did there. That's definitely not our fault. He just misjudged the corner completely. I don't know what the heck that was. I wish there was a safety car. but unfortunately there wasn't. I don't know why. Haven't had a safety car in ages. Don't think I had it this year, but we do make the risk and come into the pits, and we only lose one position because Sainz retired. As the guy is now putting on the ultra softs, and we'll see if it works. Come out on the pits. We're still revving out. I was like, oh my god, I should just retire the car. We got passed by our teammate now. This is just horrible. Look at this, we're revving out, just burning our fuel. If we try and keep going like this, we're just gonna lose a heap of time and fuel. But then, look at this. Gear down. And the car has fixed itself. I was so happy that this worked. Even though I was still gonna change the gearbox in the next race. I was so happy. I was ecstatic. I was like, finally, maybe we can beat our teammate and get our objectives. And we actually did. So, one lap remaining now. We dive it down the inside of Pascal Vettel and we're gonna touch him a little bit. Very aggressive move, but I meant it just because we have a very big rivalry with the teammates. And yeah, going now into the last lap. My teammate actually had some front wing damage, that's why he was going so slow. And I was actually still with my front wing damage, so Palmer caught me up. And we're gonna finish the race in a decent P15.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
A great win then for the Mercedes team today. So, Ant, how exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack today?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
So as I say that, we can see the drivers coming out now to collect their trophies. It's yet more silverware to take back to their base in Brackley after another excellent Grand Prix. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship.
So guys, that was the end of the race. Lewis Hamilton wins. Felipe Massa, of all people, is in second. He did start in second, I think so. And Lance Stroll also started in third because of all the penalties. We started in 10th and really finished in P15. Very bad result for us. And Sebastian Vettel also getting a poor result. Kimi Raikkonen getting 10th. The Ferrari really losing out of the Monaco Grand Prix. They both had penalties. Yeah, they definitely both had penalties. Lewis Hamilton now is leading the championship. It's looking a bit realistic by 16 points actually. Pretty big gap. Sebastian Vettel follows. Massa pretty high up the grid. Lance Stroll down, looks pretty realistic. I think his first points of the season, I'm not sure. We're obviously at the bottom with McLaren with no points, and yeah, not so good. I actually thought we had a chance to get some points today, but we unfortunately didn't. But some straight line speed tracks are coming up. I actually forgot what tracks after Monaco. I think Austria? Not sure.
What could this be? Could it be a promotion to first driver? I think it might be. You read the details. You've earned it.
Oh yes guys, finally hard work has paid off. Team promotion. We're gonna be first driver now. We're gonna get more resource points to upgrade the car. As you can see, shaking my head, I was really happy, and that was a really good feeling. It was no surprise really, because we were doing so much better than Pascal in the season, and yeah, really great to see. Then we decided to change our gearbox. Obviously we will get a penalty, but we don't want to lose any gears or getting a failure, which we actually did. But I hope you enjoyed this video guys. Leave a like if you did, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.